สวัสดีค
สวัส
รั
ดี
บ
ค่ะ
Welcome to MCU this week. This is the program that allows us to meet together frequently like this in the good times and good days, just like today. And me
Yes.
myself again, Assistant Professor Dr. Sanu Mahatanadun.
and I'm Dr. นานาพัง โพไพจิต
And once again, we together with the MCU this week team, we report the general news within the universities, the news related to the Sangha communities and education, together with the special talks, which we have invited many personals from the MCU, including administrators, lecturers, and our students.
Yes.
So, what news do we have for today, Dr.
Yes.
Nadapang Povachit?
So today we have 3 news to report about the university. So the first news we will talk about the ceremony of paying a proper respect, paying respect to the teacher of MCU. And the second news we talk about the Buddha Mantra chanting ceremony to honor the 68th birthday anniversary of His Majesty the King. And the last news for today is the Buddhist psychology and happy living in a fluctuated world as the topic of the orientation ceremony for graduate students of the Department of Psychology, the Faculty of Humanity in academic year of 2020.
So all the news that we're going to report is all of very interesting related. That's related mainly with it's the new within our universities, right?
Yes.
What's going on?
Yes.
What happens? We will report you today.
Yes.
So let's go to the first news. The Buddha Mantra chanting ceremony in honor of the 68th birthday anniversary of His Majesty the King. So 28 July 2020 is the most auspicious day for Thai people as the 68th birthday anniversary of His Majesty the King Mahawachiralongkorn Rama X. As for Thai Sangha, the Buddha Mantra chanting ceremony is scheduled to arrange in various monasteries throughout the countries, including Thai monasteries in foreign countries as well. MCU organized activities in honor of His Majesty the King by Buddha Mantra chanting or Jaren Buddha Mon in Thai and practiced meditation on 24th July 2020 with being presided over the most auspicious ceremony by the most venerable Professor Dr. Pra Rachaprayatikavi, rector together with administrators, lecturers, staffs, and students of MCU. So this is our great activities that we annually arrange this in order to be honored and in order to make extremely and perfect, utterly chanting for so in celebration of His Majesty the King, Rama X.
Yes, and for the activities in honoring the 68th birthday of Majesty the King on the most auspicious occasions of the King's birthday, 28th of July 2020, the government prepared to organize activities in honor of the 68th birthday of His Majesty the King with the guidance for organizing various activities as follows. So the first to organize food offering merit making ceremony to offer a royal charity on Tuesday 28 July 2020 at 7 a.m. at Sanam Luang with the Prime Minister, the President by inviting 69 monks to receive arms in the Legion, bestowing the Ministry of Interior to inform every province to organize a ceremony at the City Hall or appropriate location at the same time as the central, but in foreign countries bestowing the Majesty Foreign Affairs notifying embassies and consulate consider organizing the ceremony as it sees fit and appropriate. And secondly, organize the solemn oath ceremony for being a good civil servant and the power of the land on Tuesday 28 July 2020 at 8 a.m. at Sanam Luang with the Prime Minister as the President.
Third, organize a royal offering ceremony and laid the butch on Tuesday 28th of July 2020 at 6 p.m. at Sanam Luang without a procession in region, bestowing the Ministry of Interior to inform all provinces to hold a ceremony at the city hall or an appropriate location by holding the ceremony at the same time as the central. In foreign countries, bestowing the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to inform embassies and consulates to consider organizing the ceremony as it thinks fit and appropriate. Fourth, to organize a royal offerings, inviting ceremony and a pedestal tray of flowers on Wednesday, 29 July 2020 at a.m. The permanent secretary of the Ministry of Defense presided over the ceremony from Sanam Luang to graciously offer at the Ampon Tron Palace or Ampon Satan without a procession. Fifth, organize a candle lighting ceremony to breast on Tuesday 28 of July 2020 at 7 p.m. at Sanam Luang with the Prime Minister as the President in region, bestowing the Ministry of Interior to inform every province to hold the ceremony at the City Hall or an appropriate location. But in foreign countries, bestowing the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to notify embassies and consulates to organize the ceremony as it sees fit or appropriate.
And 6, to organize volunteer activities, a new way of life under the royal umbrella we built together, which is scheduled to launch from the 28th to 31st of July 2020 at 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. at Sanam Luang. And the forms of activities are divided into various areas, including management with the community, agricultural issue, environmental issue, professional training issue, and hygienic issue. And 7th, inviting public agencies, the private sector, and public to set up the altar for royal portrait of His Majesty the King with a royal offering and arrange a place for the singing of blessing as well as adorning the Thai flag paired with the later flag of the King name VPR and decorated yellow and white color fabric on the premise of the public agencies and houses. And number 8, for holding press tour with the purpose that inviting the media to visit publicized volunteer activities, a new way of life under the royal umbrella we built together at Sanam Luang on Monday, the 27th of July 2020. Office of Prime Minister invited the public sector, the private sector, and the public to participate in activities held by the government, public agencies, and the public sector in various locations in honor and to show loyalty in unison.
So this is our first news of the today.
Yes.
It is very auspicious news that we present today. The news that says that all of the personnel of the MCU, our university, together with the government sectors and many functions, we prepare this one with our heart in order to make this contribute to His Majesty the King, Rama X, our beloved King.
Yes, on his 68th birthday.
That is correct, yeah,
Yes.
on his 68th birthday celebration.
Yes.
So that is our first news. So the second news, we would like to offer something. It's about the relationship between the pupil and their ajara or the teachers or the masters. So we now going to the second news,
Yes.
the ceremony of paying a proper act of respect and paying respect to teachers of MCU. So a proper act of respect, observation in the Buddhist Lent, and paying respect to teachers. Our program MCU this week has once explained in details. Let's get recalled it. A proper act of respect is an act of respect that the younger, juniors, or subordinates show to the elderly or seniors as considered as a good tradition and a beautiful Thai culture. The performance of a proper act of respect can be observed by monks and householders, and also the paying of respect to teachers because it shows humility of juniors to seniors, especially teachers in the Thai society, we hold them as the second parent of students.
The purpose of teacher respect expression ceremony is that we would like to encourage MCU students to show their appreciation and gratitude to the teacher according to Thai Buddhist traditions. The benefit of the teacher respect expression ceremony today is that we encourage our students to have gratitude, appreciation to the teacher, and also apply the Buddha's teaching to our life. Flower tray decoration ceremony today, we would like to encourage our students to have the harmony and also joining the MCU activity, and also would like our students to show their gratitude and appreciation to the university. The evaluation contest of flower tray decoration today is the beauty, moderation, kindness, harmony, and also appreciation. Especially moderation is important. Yes. Saving money also. So as we are a Buddhist and also we are Thai, we choose have the gratitude and appreciation to the teacher, to benefactor who support and help our life. So not only this year, not only every year, and also every day and every month, we choose express Katanyu Kataweti or appreciation, gratitude to the teacher or benefactors. Yes.
As the one of the team of the Prime Minister of the student of the MCU teams, I am really glad to be here on the MCU White Cool ceremony, or showing respect to the teachers ceremony. So today is, since this is a really good day, so I'm going to explain to you about this ceremony today. Today is the White Cool ceremony. It's going to be the day that we're going to show up that the student are going to show up to the teacher or the professor of the respect. And this is today, there can be a day that they can actually apologize for even teachers that do the student in the past, or the student do something bad to the teacher in the past, so they can actually understand it today. And for me, as the president, MCU student president teams, I am really glad and really proud to be here and work here as the volunteers of the White Cool Ceremony Day of the year 2020s. Ask you about the coming here on the White Cool Ceremony of the MCU. I'm really glad and really proud to be here, and as helpful for as the team of the Prime Minister team in the MCU.
Well, I would like to bring everyone to the scriptures of the Pali Tipitaka, where the Buddha suggests to the Singhalaka Manawa. This sutra is very general. We know that Singhalaka Sutta or Sikalowada Sutta is the priest that the Buddha given to the Singhalaka Manawa about what? About the relationship between the pupil to their master. That is to say that there are proper way for a good pupil to practice some ethical performances to their pupils. According to the sixth dimension or Tisa, okay, there are some particular Tisa. It's called south direction or Taksina Tisa. It's the Tisa of the master of Ajara. So according to the Tikanikaya, the Patikawak, the third book, okay, the page number 180, the Buddha says really clear that there are 5 things that a good pupil should practice with respectfully to their ajahn. The first one is to stand up or rise themselves, rise his or herself to greet his or her master, to greet them. The second, approach them or attend them. The third one is obey them. The fourth one is what? Serve them, to give them a minister or to serve them. And the last one is to study to their teaching. So what I say so, this is the good relationship of, how one can respect to the Ajahn. For the students of MCU to absorb these matters, MCU has organized 2 activities with the event on the same day, including paying a proper act of respect to the President of the University Council, the Most Venerable Pra Tham Panya Badi, led by Professor Dr. Paracha Pariyatti Kavi, Rector of MCU, and top administrators, deans, directors of offices, and all monk students in the Buddhist land.
And all monk students led by the Speaker of the Student Council, President of Students' Executive Organization, paid a proper act of respect to top administrators of MCU, led by Most Venerable Rector, Vice Rectors, Deans, Directors of Office and Institutes. And after that, lay students who exist in every faculty, including graduate students, have made the ceremony of paying respect to lecturers from faculties led by Associate Professor Dr. Surapon Suyapon, Vice Rector for General Affairs, and representatives of lecturers from all faculties. Apart from this, Students' Affairs Division also held a procedural trade contest by allowing students from year 1 to year 4 to participate in contest. The pedestal tray is considered a handicraft art made by students that are worthy of succession and preservation because it is an exquisite work, a work that has to be done in a team with a good effort. This performance, aside from being cultural events, still create a bond and unity between students as well. Finally, this great event ended with awarding the winners of pedestal tray contest for the academic year 2020.
It is very, very happy ending. At the end of the activity, the organizer are wise enough to grant some awards for some candidates, right?
Yes.
So I wish I could get some awards, of this activity.
I also remember when I studied in high school, I and a group of my friends actually had to make a very beautiful tray.
I see.
Yeah,
pedestal tray.
Yes, yes.
And this is a very good activity. It shows the great attempt of someone who do it, who created,
yes.
right?
And when we finish making it, we gently and wholeheartedly give it to our teachers.
I see. And you know what? The one who received this one will receive it not only material things, but it's something that strikes to their mental heart, mental side, right?
Yes.
So we are talking about the psychology, okay? The psychological point, which will lead to the next news, okay? The next news is about Buddhist psychology and happy living in a fluctuating world as a topic of the orientation ceremony of graduate students of Department of Psychology, Faculty of Humanities for the academic year 2020. At this time, many faculties, departments, and programs at MCU's graduate level, both in M.A. and Ph.D., have already run the class for the academic years 2020. We are both offline and online system under the outbreak of COVID-19 by organizing the orientation for students first, so that students are aware of the policies and guidelines for teaching learning process of each program. Like recently, the Most Venerable Professor Dr. Paracha Pariyatti Kavi, Rector of MCU, presided over the opening and orientation ceremony of M.A. and Ph.D. programs in Buddhist psychology of the Department of Psychology, Faculty of Humanities, with Associate Professor Dr. Siriwat Si Kreudong, Vice Dean for Administration and Director of Graduate Studies in Buddhist Psychology, give a report to the President over the ceremony about the background and objectives of the event and led students to identify as Buddhists and take a vow to be good students, and ended with students paying respect to teachers, with 90 administrators, lecturers, staffs, and students participating in this ceremony. So in this regard, the Most Venerable Rector gave a special lecture on Buddhist psychology and happy living in a fluctuated world. The rector kindly gave one comment that important educational indicators are the ability of graduates to manage individual differences, the use of words to create a good relationship with each other, the ability to integrate psychological concepts and principles of Buddhism, how to blend in practice and how to apply the knowledge for improving the quality of life. He also added that the morals for the graduate level is 7 principle of Kalyana Mitta Dhamma, or a good friend principle, as a supporting tool to create a friendly society in education. And at the end, he gave the educational goal, how students will be able to apply knowledge and understanding in the study to normal life based on Buddhist psychology, and how to advise and help people when encountering with problems to be free from all suffering or dukkha.
Yes, and there was also an activity to surrender as a student of M.A. students class 7 and a Ph.D. students class 9 in Buddhist psychology. Activities to build up relationship between the seniors and juniors and the teachers and the students, redeeming the senior code and junior code, the orientation by lecturers and associate professor Dr. Siriwat took new students to pay homage to the Buddha's relics and pay respect to the statue of King Rama V on the Tipitaka Hall in front of the university. For this academic year, students interested in a study of a Ph.D. program in Buddhist psychology, class 9 come from a variety of careers. Jin Jutha Suphamongkol, or Lieutenant Pratu, gave the reasons to study the doctorate level in Buddhist studies that faith must be coupled with wisdom. She would like to study how to adjust life in the middle way in order to live a normal life in society and helps people return to normal life, which will make society more livable. And the Master of Arts program in Buddhist psychology and the doctorate degree in Buddhist psychology, Department of Psychology, Faculties of Humanities, MCU, with objectives to produce graduate students with academic excellence in Buddhist psychology, with knowledge and understanding of Buddhist principles integrated with modern science, and to produce graduates with the ability to apply the knowledge to solve the problems in their life and those of others. And if you, the audience, are interested in this program, please inquire by telephone number that appears on the screen or contact the Faculty of Humanity of MCE. And after this session, what do we have, Ajahn Sanu?
So coming up next will be a special interview with 2 of our foreign students who come from Myanmar and Cambodia. So we will have a short break and see you.
Mahachulalongkorn Rajvidyalaya University invites devout Buddhists to jointly host the offering of breakfast and lunch to administrators, lecturers, staff, and more than 500 Thai and foreign students who are monks and novices from more than 25 countries every day at MCU, Wang Noi District, Pranakon Sri Ayutthaya Province. For more details, please contact MCU Contact Center, phone number 061 951 5459 or 035 24 8000, press 8129.
Welcome back to MCU this week, and as you know that there are a lot of student monks who are studying at MCU and they come from many countries, especially from Cambodia, Myanmar, China and Sri Lanka, and today we are going to take the audience to talk to the monk students who came from Cambodia and Myanmar. So Namaskaran both of student monks. Namaskaran ka. So who do we have today, Ajahn Phanu?
So let's first introduce our audience to the first invited venerable from Myanmar. Okay, venerable Kundala, นะครับ Namaskaran from Myanmar, and next venerable Ph.D. from Cambodia. นะครับ Namaskaran.
Yes.
นะครับ So we are so honored for you to join our special talk today of the MCU this week. Okay, so as some of us we already know that Venerable Kundala studying as the PhD candidate,
PhD candidate, yes.
right?
Yes.
While Venerable P.H.D. studying the M.A.
Study M.A. degree.
M.A. right? M.A.
Yes.
degree. Okay,
Yes.
so let's first ask Venerable Kundala. So right, amongst 5 faculties and college, which one that you are studying?
IBSC,
IBSC.
International Buddhist Study College.
Okay,
Yes,
good.
and the question is, why did you choose to study here?
Because I really want to skillful in English, especially Buddha teaching.
Yes.
That's why I choose, and then I learning from this university with the theory and practically from the Buddha teaching. So especially the meditation.
Yeah. So you want to study Buddhism in English, both practically and theory.
Correct.
Right.
Thank you.
Why don't you tell us more about your educational background, right? What you study on your, Master of Art degree?
Yeah, there's also Buddhist study.
Buddhist studies?
It's, IBC, this is Southern Thailand International Buddhist College.
IBC.
IBC.
Southern Island.
Different from IBSC, right?
Different
Yeah.
from IBSC.
IBSC stands for International Buddhist Studies.
Yeah, this is IBC International Buddhist College.
I see. Okay. So I'm not sure if the IBC they're providing the PhD courses or program.
They also have.
Okay, very good. So it's come to our curious why you choose MCU or IBSC. Because you have opportunity. You have many connections. You have studied there, and then you graduated from IBC. Why you not continue PhD pursue over there?
Because I want to new experience the another university. This is the great university as well. The IBSC, MCU is the maybe the high level in amount of Buddhist studies, so I can apply the Buddha teaching. It also I'm very interested in Vipassana meditation.
Vipassana meditation again.
I teach in Myanmar as well.
You have been teaching for meditation.
I have open meditation retreats every orphanage.
So you are the meditation master.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So are there many foreigners come to your temple?
Especially in Myanmar, local people.
And I suppose that before you come to study at MCU, you probably have the expectation. And after you come here, have it meet your expectation?
Yeah, sure. I can get, full skill English with the fluently from this university. So I can apply this to the whole understanding with English. So I can explain how to meditate inside meditation. So this is also, propagate Buddha Sasana. They will spread out the whole world.
Yeah.
So this is good for me.
Venerable Kundala, I think that you make a very precise and very wise decision. You choose to study 2 universities, which is equally, have a very good reputation and quality. So this is, from my opinion, I think that it is like an opportunity that you made by yourself. It's meant that you study and you graduated from the 2 universities, and at that time when you have opportunity to disseminate the teachings of the Buddha, your pupil your students, your connections is wider than just only study at one university.
Yeah, yeah.
Right, very interesting.
Yeah.
We will temporarily come back to you shortly because we also have another guest, another
Yes.
monks, another foreign student who come from Cambodia, Cambodian monk. So why don't you introduce yourself about your, educational background?
Yeah. First of all, I'd like to pay my hateful respect to the three regimes as my refuge. And my name is Bisit, and my family name is Bo. I am originally from Cambodia. We are located in the eastern part of Thailand. And
Our neighbor.
Yeah,
Yes.
we are neighbor together. And I have been as a teacher for 2 years about the English teaching in my own country. And I am the preacher as a Cambodian language on here as well. And I'm currently staying at MCU as a M.A. degree student at the Faculty of Humanities.
Humanities.
Yes.
Okay, what about the program?
International program and specific on English literature.
English
Literature.
literature.
Yes.
English literature.
Literature.
Okay. The field you selected is match. What you have been doing so far? Right?
I
Teacher of English.
basically I finished BA of English literature in my
see.
country from Cambodian University for specialties, and I have experience for more than 2 years as well for sharing my English language to those Cambodian students. And that's why the reason that I come here to continue to take part in the international standard of English teaching, and hopefully I can make it as a skillful one.
We hope it too. So in that case, where you collected both Bachelor of Arts and Master of Arts degree in the same, branch,
Yes.
that is English literature. Will you going to continue Ph.D. in this,
In this
program?
field, yeah,
In this
in this
field.
field.
Probably
Probably.
I'm going to continue this program because I love to propagate something that it kinds of international standard. For example, like I was the preacher in
Yes.
Cambodian language, and I think if I could gain more knowledge within the English, I can propagate to those who can understand English over the world as well.
So will you select the English literature program again?
It maybe.
Maybe,
Yes.
probably, yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So after the break, we are going to have a talk with Venerable again.
Mahachulalongkorn Rajvidyalaya University invites devout Buddhists to jointly host the offering of breakfast and lunch to administrators, lecturers, staff, and more than 500 Thai and foreign students who are monks and novices from more than 25 countries every day at MCU, Wang Noi District, Pranakon Sri Ayutthaya Province. For more details, please contact MCU Contact Center, phone number 061 951 5459 or 035 24 8000 press 8129.
Okay, so the next question is, after you study at MCU, and is there any differences between the education in Thailand, especially in MCU, and your own country in Cambodia?
Absolutely, we consider within the curriculum of the school that they are providing us by now. We look forward to the standard one. In Cambodia, we study like a local educational system that cannot spread out to the world or like a professional. That is why we come up here to looking forward to those who can provide us within the English standard teaching.
And so what is your plan after the graduation? Would you go back to your country and teach?
I am going to be on radio with my professor and country that they all contact me to share the idea that related to the Buddhism, because I have a lot of experience with the Dharma teaching.
Oh.
Yeah, that is why it could be sharing all their knowledge to those who really need.
So we will now shift back to Honorable Gundala, okay, and speaking about study abroad, especially the international program, okay, where we have a lot of students, foreign students, including Thai students, living and share some goal together in one class. So this is we call multidisciplinary and multicultural atmosphere. Have you find any difficulties from this study, atmosphere?
And I find very difficult. We are very easy to communicate with our friends because they can speak or can speak English fluently. So with their culture also, we very appreciate their culture. They also appreciate our culture. So this is very lovely, the multicultural.
Multicultural
Yeah, very
class.
love it. And then we got an experience with each other, and we discuss each other as well. We have that one small group, and then we talk weekly the matter as well.
I'm so happy that you have really bright idea, very bright idea. So you mean that in order to overcome any problems in this multicultural society, so the togetherness is the key way, right?
Yes.
Togetherness.
Sure.
Okay, good. Very
So
nice.
one also we had chance, most venerable Dr. Hansa.
As a director of MBSC, right?
Our
Okay.
director of MBSC, he gave the chance for our group to the talk, weekly the talk at the MBSC TV channel as well. So this is also good chance for every student.
I see.
So who can sharing and our knowledge, and then we can discuss each other.
I saw you
online
many
as
times.
well.
Right? It's a Facebook Live, right?
Yes.
Yeah. This is a live show. This is,
Okay.
Every
very
week.
good chance.
Yeah.
So this is a very good opportunity. We cannot get other university. This is we can get in MCU.
It's
Okay.
freely, and you can think of any topic to
Yeah.
discuss with your classmate,
Yes,
your senior.
With the close consultant to the lecturers, right, who can guide you in any ways of doing this.
Yes.
So may I ask the same questions to Honorable Ph.D. Do you have any difficulties in study in this multicultural society? You are free to talk now.
Thank you for the question. Basically, when I come here for the first time, it's a little bit hard for me to enroll into the university, because the university has a lot of place to sign up to register, something like this. But however, after that, we can solve that problem. And on the other hand, I'm not so familiar with the Thai food that they put a lot of chili.
Herbs, chilies, hot. Right?
Yeah,
Okay.
and got a lot of
Really?
So-
I believe that the same
Yes,
food
same
tradition
food.
is from Cambodia. It's exactly the same, right?
some part of Cambodia.
Just some
It's
part.
not all part of Cambodia. Like a Thai. As I heard before before I come here, my friends say that Thai people, they love eating chili.
Yeah.
But after that, when I studying in the faculty of Buddhism last year, I asked him to eat the chili, but he refused me that, oh, I cannot eat. But he is Thai.
Try it.
Yeah.
What's the
we-
result?
yeah.
What's the result?
Yeah.
Did he survive?
Yeah.
Or like
Cannot
Yeah,
survive.
cannot survive.
Maybe stomach
Die
pain
hot.
or
Yeah,
something.
This is the same way that some part of Cambodia that can eat chili, something like this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how about you? Have you tried this? Have you did any attempt like this to try to win to get the victory by yourself to to
Yes.
conquer the hot?
I did.
Yeah.
What's the result?
What happened?
Yeah.
My tear is getting a little bit dropped.
Getting to the hospital or something? No, right?
You-
No need to go to the hospital.
No, need to go to hospital, but my tear is getting dropped out, something like that.
Have to
little
drink
bit.
a lot of
But
water.
later on, it
Yeah.
got better.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. It's never mind.
This issue, it seems like a very basic one, but sometimes it can cause, a
some
very,
problems.
very
Like physical problem, you know?
very
Yeah.
serious problems, right?
Yeah.
Even though we got a little bit problem with this, but a lot of profit that we get from here, like practice meditation to gain more physically and mentally healthy within our inside, something like this. No need to find the outer peacefulness for our life.
Yes.
Yeah, this is that I have got from the MCU.
So
Very
apart from the food issue, do you have any more Thai issues, Thai cultural issues?
I think
With yourself, experience.
Anything that you feel like hard at first to adjust yourself or adapt yourself to.
a little bit with the language.
The language.
Yeah, I'm not so familiar with the Thai language, but I try hard to listen, to write, or to ask my friends surrounded me, and they can tell me word by word every day.
So what about your Thai skill now?
It's not so skillful, but I can understand Thai speech.
Survival level?
So, yes.
Survival level. Can you show some example of survival
yeah.
level? Like,
Yeah.
อันนี้ราคาเท่าไหร่ how does it, how much
Maybe
does it
just-
cost when you buy
yes, I
something?
can understand
Can you
that.
try to say like one sentence to show us?
Like สบายดีไหม
Okay.
How do you do?
ไปไหนมา
ไปไหนมา
Where you going? Where have you been?
Yeah. And what about Venerable
What about Gundala?
Gundala?
You have some experience to share?
Not very experienced in Thai. Sorry for that.
He just focusing on the contemplation, something like that.
Yeah, interesting. I started to learn. I had a chance here.
Yeah. And I was talking to some Vietnamese students, and he said that the best way to practice Thai language in MCU is to talk to the cleaner or the maid. Yeah. You see, because the maid they're there anytime, and you just say hello or try to speak Thai to them, and they will always speak Thai back to you.
I see.
I have just one piece of advice. Very easy. Just find some Thai friend.
Yeah.
Find some Thai friend and the one that you can speak.
Yeah. That's
So
right.
well, we still haven't asked the two of you about the research. This is the something that very essential for being a pandita or graduate student. So one of the compulsory
Yes.
things that we force students to do is thesis in Master of Art and dissertation for Ph.D. one. So I believe that you already have the proposal. Let's ask Venerable Gundala.
Yes, sure.
What is all about?
My
Meditation. I guess.
Meditation, especially insight meditation, vipassana, and as taught by Mogul Siaro.
Venerable Mogul Siaro from Myanmar.
From Myanmar, based on dependent origination.
Dependent origination
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Paticca Samuppada. I see. Dependent co-arising, dependent origination, and so on.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Very
So
nice.
you have finished the proposal process, now
Yeah.
conducting chapter 1, 2, 3.
Yes, I have already finished chapter 3. I sent to my supervisor, Venerable Janandakon.
Janandaka.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sent already. He preparing for me.
Very nice.
I see.
And-
Very nice.
Yes. And what about MA thesis? What about you?
He said.
For me, I think that I should choose the topic under the word that the affective technique to improve our speaking skill.
I see.
because this is really related to my subject. Yeah.
Like an effective way to improve speaking skill.
Yes, absolutely.
I see. Very wise choice.
Yes.
Well, do you have already the supervisor? You have two, right? You need two.
Yes.
One chairperson and one member.
We have not gotten anyone's advisor yet,
Not
because
yet.
this is just the beginning of the
beginning.
term.
I see. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
But this is my recommendation for you. Okay, for a junior
Yes.
who just begin their study life. The more that you get, it means the benefit you will. I mean that if you have supervisors right now, then it means you have two more Kalyanamitta in your life
Thank
who
you.
will surely help you to be that graduate students. Okay.
Appreciate it.
So after this talk, you may start to find your supervisors. Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I will find.
Yes, and apart from this thesis and dissertation topic, we would like you to share us about the Cambodian monk in your country. Are they the same like in Thailand? The tradition?
In terms of tradition.
Yeah, in terms of
and
tradition.
practice.
Yes.
For those who are Cambodian monks, they're very similar to the Thai traditional monk, because the way that we wearing robes, the way that we practice at a monastery, or the monastic rule that we learn from, it can be a little bit distinct from the Thai, because we use sometimes when I use the style that I wear a robe, those Thai did not recognize me as a Cambodian monk,
Yes.
because we have the same style.
Even
For
when I
example,
first
like this.
saw you today, I
Yes.
thought, are you Thai monk?
Yes, but actually I am a Cambodian style.
Yeah.
I use the Cambodian style. Yeah, and even the way that they preaching the Dhamma, they use the same way to propagate the Buddhism, even on radio stations or on TV. Yeah, this is for a Cambodian monk and a Thai monk.
Okay, so the next question we would like to ask Venerable Reset is that the Cambodian monks in your country, do they have two sects like Thailand? Or what is the difference? Are they similar to Thai monks?
Actually, we have two, Thammayutta Nikaya and Mahanikaya, like a Thai
Same as us.
Buddhist traditional as well. Yeah.
I see. And do they dress similarly, or the tradition like Thai monks?
The way that they are dressing, I presume it the same as a Thai monk, like the style that I am wearing, but a little bit aspect that can be distinct from the Thai monk. All those Cambodian Thammayutta Nikaya, they stay in a monastery. They stay in a monastery, but to those who Thai monk, they may stay in a forest, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Well, yes,
And-
I can see. Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see that the first time that I saw you,
Yeah.
I thought that you were Thai monk.
Yeah, I didn't recognize as well.
Because the way you dressed it's called humdo in Thai, right?
Krong in Cambodia.
Thai monks always wear the same style as you dress today, before they get into the uposatha for their daily life, daily chanting, and whenever they need for formal sangha activities, they must wear like this. So talk about the difference in robing style. May I ask Venerable Kundala as
Sure.
well, right? Whether you have different style of robing?
Yeah, we have different. We don't have like this time.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh.
we don't have.
So
When
always wear like
when
this?
we go out, we wear a close tie like this. This close tie, wearing the robe, and then when we stay at the temple, we wear the open tie.
I see.
Like this, but not like this.
Not like this?
Normally we have open tie.
see.
So we have only two tie, close tie and open tie. When we go, one tie is when we go to Uposatha, we have wearing the one side closed tie, one side open. So like this.
I see. It's a Myanmar style of
Yeah,
robe.
different.
Yeah. And let's talk about your plan after graduation.
After graduation of
Being a teacher?
Master of Art, I would like to be Dhamma preacher as an international one that can deliver the Dhamma talk as a English language to those who can understand. Because I think if I would preach the Dhamma in English, I would have those who have the mental illness, or to those who get sadness, limitations in their life, to recognize, to understand the teaching of the Buddha that really beneficial and really good for our mental health.
I see.
Yes. By the way, I would like to be a teacher as well, like in a specific place, like in Buddhist high school in Cambodia, because we have a lot of Buddhist high school in the present moment. Like in local or in the capital city, we have the Buddhist high school, Buddhist university as well.
But sorry, right now you are being a teacher already, right? You're being teacher before study this
Yes,
one,
yes,
right?
yes.
So it means that after you graduated, you expect for more capability, more effectively, you know, right? To improve your quality of your teacher ability, right?
Yeah.
I see.
So mostly when you teach in Cambodia, is it in a public school or private school or both of them?
I'm not get the certificate. I didn't get the certificate from the public school yet, but I have got the certificate from the university to register for teaching to those to a private school that they want the teaching from the monk within the English teaching.
So you basically teach English for Buddhism, or you teach English or you teach Buddhism?
No, it's kinds of a general teaching.
General teaching.
General program. Yeah.
I see.
But I can share a little bit Dhamma into the society as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, so Venerable Pichet Boy, do you really believe that English can be a things or tools that can improve and can upgrade or uplift your English teaching ability for your life? Do you really believe that?
I hope so, because of English bring me a lot of knowledge. I can browse a lot of source from the internet, a lot of information that we have learned or that we are going to learn in this modern society. It is English source. Yes, even my lesson that I'm going to do the research on English, on the effective way to speak, effective way to study the English speaking. It's all about English.
I see.
Yeah,
So
that's why it's helped me very much.
Welcome to the English world.
Yeah,
Welcome to the international world.
Yes, that's right. And when you propagate Buddhism, as you said, as your plan in the future, you want to be a Buddhist preacher.
Yeah.
Do you want to do it online or offline, or do you already have a channel of yourself?
It can be both, because I have like a monastery that located in Cambodia. I can teach my disciple or my follower who can understand English as a local one, or preach it on air, like on radio stations or TV, because I have already gotten the license from the radio station as well.
Oh.
Even right now, I also put myself into the programs called Buddhist Brightness program with my teacher. He live from Australia on air every night, but I can sometimes join it.
I see.
Hopefully you can get the most benefit from your Faculty of Humanities. Okay?
Yes.
We really do hope that.
Right.
Okay.
And yes, maybe one last question for today, as the time is
the
coming
time is
up.
coming up.
So the last question is that, do you have any message or anything you would like to recommend to the audience about MCU?
So let's ask Venerable Gundala first.
Okay. So in MCU, we have the 5 faculty. So this is the very, most are focused on Buddhist study, majority Buddhist study, and other different faculty as well. So this is who want to learn. So with the international program, time program, we can learn. And then not only that, we have the not only theoretical but also practically. We have to compulsory practice vipassana meditation, vipassana retreats, at least 45 days, 30 days, 20 days, like this. So this is very unique, this university for who new student. So we have learned the practically and theoretically, and we apply after finish. We have to propagate our Bodhisasana to whoever understanding with English, so we can preach out. We can teach them with whatever meditation, and then the Vipassana insight meditation, samatha, and healing to the how. My friend he want to heal to the mental illness. Yes, with the whatever we can do. So this is the very good chance this university to learn that with practically and theoretically.
I see.
So this is good chance for new student.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And what about you, Venerable?
As you all know, this is the university which is the rank in the top 2 in entire world. As I heard from the director of dormitory, if you really want the standard of the English learning or like a Buddhist teaching, you should come to study at a MCU. If you want yourself to be a professional one, you should put yourself into the professional place. As one said that change your minds, change your actions, and you will change your life. Transform your minds, and you will create the brand new destiny. Everything happens for reasons, whether bad or good. Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you.
It's a pity that the time for our program MCU this week is up right now. So we would like to once again thank you very much to our two guests. They are foreign students. The first one, ขอบคุณนะครับ Thank you very much to Venerable Kundala, a PhD candidate of the IBSc from Myanmar, and to Venerable Ph.D. Bo,
Yes.
again Master of Arts students from Faculty of Humanities. So today the time is really up right now. Thank you for watching, and we have to take a leave right now. I, Assistant Professor Dr. Sanumat Thanadun,
And I'm Dr. Nanaphang Phophaijit.
together with the MCU this week team, have to take a leave right now. Thank you for watching. See you next time.
See you
ขอบคุณ
next
ครับ ขอบคุณมากนะครับ
Thank you, Chan.
มหาจุฬาเป็นศรีสง่า